So a slightly different video for you today. I was having a conversation about beer with a friend and colleague of mine at work called Steve. There's Steve there. And we were talking about one of his favourite breweries. Anyway, Steve provided me with some beers from Nailmaker Brewery. I'm going to try them today. So Nailmaker Brewery is in Barnsley. It's northwest of Barnsley at least. It's got its own brewery tap, and there's this location just very close to the M1. And it's got a growing reputation for its beer. And as I said, my friend and colleague Steve gave me some beers and I'm going to try them. Now, I did try them all on the same night, but let me just make it abundantly clear that I didn't finish the Imperial. I sealed it and finished it the following evening. You will notice that I get steadily less coherent as the video goes on. I apologize for that. And I've put them in the order I'm going to try them. Cardinal followed by Wentworth, followed by Citra, and then ending with the Imperial Reserve Stout. I felt that would be sort of the flavour going up and up and up as I went with every single beer. So we're going to start with the Cardinal Sin. So I'm going to try Cardinal Sin Pale Ale first. You won't be able to see it on camera, but it does tell you what the malt is, which is Pilsen malt. And it's also got Maris Otter in there, which is fairly standard. And then the hops is a Cardinal Sin hop. So it says it's brewed with Cardinal hops, a delicious mix of citrus, grapefruit and tropical pineapple flavours, aromas with a hint of bitterness. Now as I poured it, I thought it had a slight pinky tinge to it, but I didn't see it in the glass. I think it might have been just because it was a little bit hazy. Looked very nice. Nice head on it, and I could start to get the smell as well. Now let me say at this point that a fire engine went past, so I've turned the sound down, so you'll hear me speak in just a moment once that goes past. That's nice. That's refreshing, that is. Okay, so that's dry, but not too dry. There's a bit of bitterness there. I'm getting a bit of grapefruit, but not really pineapple, if I'm honest. There's not a massive hoppy aroma. All in all, I would say that's a really, really pleasant, refreshing pale ale. And yeah, I'd order that. I really would order that. That's lovely. That really is lovely. As I get further on down there, I'm getting more of a hoppy aroma, if I'm honest. I did say there wasn't much of a hoppy aroma, but I think I'm getting more now. Head has been remarkably resilient, really, and it's Christmas. I've had a whole manner of fatty things today, but the head really is keeping itself in really good shape. Really impressed with that. Really good beer. Next is the Wentworth IPA. IPAs are amongst my favourite styles of beer. A little bit stronger, this one. I think it's 4.8 if we get in there. Yes, it is 4.8. And I am wondering, there used to be a brewery quite close to Barnsley called Wentworth Brewery, and I'm wondering if there's any connection to that, whether it's whether there's any ex-staff that work for Nailmaker that used to work for Wentworth maybe, or whether it's just an homage, or whether it's just a coincidence. I don't know which one. But I used to love Wentworth beers. Hopefully this is the same. So let's have a look at what Wentworth IPA is like. That looks lovely. Okay, I should have said what the malt was. It's Maris Otter and wheat malt. You can, I guess, see the slight haziness, maybe due to the wheat. The hops are Magnum, Jester and Cardinal. And again, it's said to be pale. And a 4.8 IPA with a heady mix of Jester and Styrian Cardinal hops, giving a tropical flavour with hints of grapefruit, mango and passion fruit. So that's what they think it tastes like. Let's see what I think it tastes like. That smells lovely. That smells good. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's lovely. That comes across to me as a very continental style ale. If someone told me that was like a Belgian ale that I had in a Bruges bar, I'd believe them. That's lovely. I wouldn't necessarily say it was an IPA though. Just by tasting it, I'm sure it is. But I do really like that. I mean, I really like that. That's gorgeous. That's fantastic. That's really good beer. I'm looking for passion fruit, which definitely, yes, I can get. Grapefruit, yes. And mango, yes, if I'm honest. Very balanced. That's good, that is. Shame I've only got one of these. I could do with another one. So now the Citra. Now, my favourite hop is Citra. Not many people have a favourite hop, you know, but I do. Citra. So usually most beers that use Citra just use that as a single variety. So there is in fact only Citra hops in this, and they use a wheat and a Marisota malt as well. And at least I think I'm right in saying that. We'll double check. Yes, I'm right in saying that. So Marisota and wheat malt, using only Citra hops, which have zesty aromas and flavours of lime, grapefruit, mango, lychee and gooseberry, light and very refreshing. So considerably less heady. And as we speak, the head is dissipating. That's interesting. Now, I don't mind beer without a head, but let's see what it tastes like. That's interesting. Not as much Citra as I was hoping for, really, if I'm honest. Now, the hops aren't as overwhelming as I was expecting them to be. Citra can be quite a strong flavour, quite a strong hop, really, but that's not. It's very nice. Very nice. Yeah, very refreshing, very tasty. You can probably tell from my demeanour that it's probably not what I was absolutely hoping it would be. Not as good as the Wentworth IPA. Out of the three that I've tried so far, it's the Wentworth IPA that is the star, I think. But this is still very good. So I was going to leave this until tomorrow, but to be honest, I can't wait. There he is. Imperial Reserve Stout, and it's barrel aged stout. 8.8%. I can't wait. For further health information, go to that website. I'm not going to. So that we are consistent to giving all the information. I'm really still, can't get really past that 8.8%. The hops, Minstrel, Admiral and Target. The malt, Marisota, black malt, brown malt, crystal malt, and the colour is stout. A sumptuous Imperial Stout aged in vintage French cognac oak barrels and brimming with roasted coffee and bitter cocoa. A lingering caramel finish, hints of vanilla and a sweet licorice aroma. Very conscious of temperature, so I've left it on a tiled floor since I've had it, and I've put it in the fridge for about an hour. And I'm hoping that's going to reach what I would call cellar temperature, which is somewhere between 10 and 15 degrees. I can't remember what it is. It's about 12 or 13, I think. What I'm going to do, before I taste it, I'm going to put my thermometer in there. Let's see what the temperature really is. What I've also done, I've drunk a pint of water, and I've really been careful to wash and dry the glass I'm going to use. So I want to make this a really good official test of the quality of this beer. So the thermometer is in there. And this is looking good. It's about going down even more. Now it seems to have stabilised at 13 degrees, and that's almost exactly what I was aiming for. The aroma is lovely, really nice. So now I'm going to taste it. Ooh. Ooh. So what's the initial impression? Chocolate, yes. Yeah, and like a cocoa-y chocolate, dark chocolate. Now the bottle says coffee, or the website says coffee, I think. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I was worried about that. There's nothing coffee-like that's putting me off there. It's very rich. Now I suppose the thing I was looking for was, is it cognac barrel? Can you taste the brandy? Let's have a little look. Yeah, you can. It is warming. On a winter night, as this is, I've seen snow today. That's the perfect beer. That's just great. Stronger, darker beers, often the head just dies. Now, it's not the most resilient head I've seen, but it's not dying. It's still there. Rich, luscious. Really like that. Yeah, that's good. So when you look at the really great dark beers of Yorkshire, there are 3 that I think, and this is now the 4th. So let me talk to you about the 3. Old Peculiar, we know about Old Peculiar. It's great, delicious, on hand pull, phenomenal. That's number 1 on the list. Number 2, from York Brewer, Centurion's Ghost, brilliant, fantastic. And then, bizarrely, from the same brewer now, only because one has bought the other, from Black Sheep, Riggerwelter. That's great as well. Better on hand pull. That joins those 3 beers. Now that's about twice as strong as Old Peculiar. Imagine a beer twice as strong as Old Peculiar, my word. But whoa, warming, gorgeous, delicious. My message to the people, the good people at Nailmaker, you make some really, really good beers. So thank you, lovely. The Cardinal, yeah, great. If you ever want to get a lager drinker onto real ale, that's the one. Wentworth IPA, wow. Citra, it's okay, it's fine. Out of the 4, my least favourite. Imperial Stout, oh, brilliant. The 2 standout beers were the Wentworth IPA and the Imperial Stout. They were the 2 best. There was nothing bad there, but they were the 2 best. Thank you very much. Thanks to Steve for introducing me to these beers. Great beers. I probably seem a little bit less coherent now, a little bit more stocious, but it was a fantastic 4 beers. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Also, I'd be very grateful if you could like this video and hit that notification bell. If you do that, you'll continue to receive lots more rubbish just like this.